Hello, everybody, and welcome to Interactive Horror Stories. I think this game's supposed to be a collection of a bunch of stories. Weak to make choices along the way. So, without further ado, let's hop right in. What should we start with? We should start with the doll. This is the first in line. You are a single mother. Your daughter, Lisa, is an intelligent girl who doesn't have any friends. Buy her a rag doll. Soon, Lisa will claim that the doll can talk, and this is just the beginning of your nightmare. Can the doll really be possessed as Lisa claims? If you're stuck, you can see our Facebook post. The doll. As a single mother, you know how hard it is to look after a 13-year-old girl. Hang on. Hard, but still joyful. Her presence gives you all the strength you need. Her name is Lisa. She's a shy girl. She doesn't talk much. You've got divorced 3 years ago because he cheated on you with his secretary. Lisa misses her father, but you don't allow her to see him. She adores her father, but you think he is an asshole. Lisa is a special kid. Her teacher once said that she is too intelligent for a girl her age, but you already knew that. Her reactions are unexpectedly mature. She is also hard-working. You expect perfection from her. Her teacher told you that you must take Lisa to a psychiatrist. You will do it soon. She is a lonely girl, maybe because she doesn't talk much. You think that she needs friends, so you bought her a rag doll to cease her loneliness. You bought the rag doll from the local toy store. Not an expensive toy, nothing too fancy. Lisa might still like it. You know that expense doesn't make Lisa happier. The doll is a girl with big blue eyes and curly black hair. She has a wide grin that you can call friendly. Her dress is red, matching her shoes. She also has eyebrows. The unnamed doll waits for her new owner in the kid's bedroom. You haven't brought Lisa home from school yet. It's Friday, not a sunny day. The sky is covered with gray clouds. You are driving your car. Lisa sits on the next seat. The seatbelts are worn tight. She looks from the window blankly without any expression on her face. You remember that the math exam's results were going to be announced today. How about we ask her how the exam results were? Lisa sighs. Terrible. I am the 7th in the class. Not first like the previous exam. I know you will be mad at me. I didn't study enough. No, it's okay. She looks at you with a slight surprise. You always scolded her whenever she wasn't the best. Now you say, "It's okay, darling." She continues watching the cars pass by. How about, were you able to make any friends? No, she says with a determined voice. They are just idiots. For example, when they see the other classes in the school as enemies, as if they were an enemy nation with a different religion. I mean, it is still silly to be enemies because of race or religion. These morons in my class hate each other just because they are in different classes. I bought you a rag doll today. Oh, that's nice. Thank you, she says. There isn't any excitement in her voice. Continue driving, I guess. You finally arrive home. The doll is in your bedroom. Lisa, you tell her. Oh, the doll is in your bedroom, Lisa, you tell her. She climbs up the stairs slowly. Apparently, she isn't so excited about the doll. You follow her to her bedroom. She picks up the doll that's on her bed. I will think of a nice name, Lisa says, but I have got homework to do first. Play comes after study. Don't go too hard on yourself. So you leave Lisa alone in her room. You have got a lot of work to do anyway. Not only will you cook, but you also need to work on a novel's cover illustration as a freelance artist. Hey, I do that. The deadline is close, so you work hard nowadays. You work all day. The only break you take is the dinner. You don't talk about anything during dinner with Lisa. It's that time. Bedtime for Lisa. You visit Lisa before she sleeps. She's in her pink dotted pajamas. She's holding the doll in her arms. Mom, I'm going to tell you something, but you won't believe it. After a few seconds of silence, she speaks. The doll can speak. She told me her name is Anna. Go on. Lisa explains. Anna says that she was nothing but a piece of light, a light that's drifting in absolute darkness, a weak light in the infinite darkness. Then she found life in this doll. She was waiting in the toy store for a friend, lonely, and today she found me. She says that she loves me. I believe in you. You can have it. Oh, what did you tell her? And I said that I will be her new friend and I will always love her. She continues. And then she told me that she was happy like the times when she used to be an angel. You can have it. Lisa doesn't show her emotions usually, but this time you can see that she is surprised. Oh, thank you very much, Mom, she says. You kiss her goodnight and leave her with Anna, the doll. Because of all the hard work, you begin to feel tired and you go to bed. It doesn't take long for you to fall asleep. A few hours later, you wake up to sounds coming from the outside. You hear hysterical laughters coming from your garden. They belong to a girl, specifically Lisa. You stand up and look outside the window. You see Lisa standing and laughing in the garden under the pale moonlight. She is facing back. You can't see her face. Go to the garden. You climb down nervously. You wear your shoes and walk to the garden. Lisa doesn't react to your presence. You approach Lisa and put your hand on her shoulder. She turns her face to you. But it's not Lisa's face, not even human. The texture of the face is a gray rag. The eyes are quite big for a human, as well as the wide smile. The voice changes. It doesn't belong to a girl, but a demon. She stares at you and laughs. You wake up. It was just a nightmare. You're all sweaty with terror. The morning has already broken. You decide to check on Lisa. Lisa is sleeping peacefully, hugging Anna. Anna is carrying that wide smile that now annoys you. But hey, it is normal. It would be terrible if the doll's face was different than how you bought it. You go to the kitchen to prepare a weekend breakfast. You usually make omelets with sausage on Saturdays. You will repeat that habit today. You are in the you need to slice up the sausage, so you open the drawer to pick up the meat knife. Something is wrong. The knife isn't there. Search for it in the kitchen? Why would I look in the garbage? Let's do that. You couldn't find the knife inside the garbage bin. You searched the knife everywhere possible, but it's in vain. So you decide to use another knife to prepare the omelet. As you have prepared the omelet, Lisa wakes up and joins you in the kitchen. You eat the breakfast with her. She doesn't look so happy. There is an uneasiness on her face. Did Anna speak again? She did not speak today, but she kept changing her facial expression. Sometimes she looked so happy, sometimes not. She was frowning. There was anger in her face. I can't understand her. Lisa continues eating the breakfast. The meat knife is missing, you know. It is strange, Mom. I have no idea where the knife went, Lisa answered. Don't ask anything. The breakfast is over. I need to study math, she says, then climbs up to her room. But you also need to work on the novel cover. You are both busy now. It is evening now. As you work on the cover, you hear screams from Lisa's room. You rush to her room to find Lisa standing and breathing in panic. Her arms are full of stitches. She did it, showing her heavily wounded arms as blood leaks down to the floor. She jumped and ran away. Lisa points to the open window. You look outside. You can't see any running dolls there. Maybe because she ran away, or it is too dark outside, or Lisa is lying. I won't allow her to harm you, Lisa. Crouch and hug Lisa. As she cries, I know how hard it is to believe me now. Thank you for believing me. But please, I want to stay alone. I know that she won't come back. So you let her stay alone in her room, closing the windows and locking the door. Make sure that no doll can trespass. You get into your own bedroom, next to Lisa's room, so you can hear her in case she needs you. Whoa. That scared the crap out of me. Okay. It is 3 a.m. now. It's raining outside. Lightning strikes and enlighten your dark bedroom. You haven't slept. You don't care about the freelance work you've got. All these events make you too stressed to care about business. You see Lisa's silhouette at the door. She walks in. Lisa turns on the light and approaches you. Mom, I need to confess to something. The doll was not possessed or anything. I made it up. I really need to get psychiatric help. I feel a huge urge to murder you. Please, help me. You hug her. You had done parenting failures before, but it is not too late to fix them. Your mentally ill daughter. The end. There's 2 possible endings, huh? Probably one where she kills me. Do these all connect? Interesting. Alright, how about this one? After Funeral is a modern gothic horror story that takes place 3 days after your son's burial. You receive messages on your computer that claim to be sent by your son's soul. He says that he wants to be with you once again. He asks you to do a few things in order to be resurrected. Will you believe in the messages? Well, let's see. After Funeral. You used to be a father. It has been 3 days since your son, Jonathan White, was buried in the graveyard of the local church. He was 8 years old. He had golden hair and blue eyes, just like the beloved man in the Carpenter song Close to You. Since your wife passed away, giving birth to Jonathan, and since he has been your everything, he was your angel. Now he is gone. He died on a snowy winter morning. You had gone to market, leaving him alone at home. When you arrived at home, you found Jonathan lying on the bed motionless. His face was covered with his pillow, choked. Police couldn't find any trace of trespassing. You clearly remember the solemn moments of Jonathan's funeral. In fact, you try to forget, but the details are in front of your eyes and they won't go away. Priests had intoned psalms and prayers. Those you are not so familiar with, you are not so religious. While the lifeless body of your son laid in the church, his feet were turned to the east. He was wearing black suits and shiny shoes. His skin was pale. He was way too young for all of this. You wished it was you lying there instead of him. Like the day Jonathan died, it's a snowy day in all of Ohio. There are 3 inches of snow outside. It's 4 p.m. now, 2 p.m. now, sorry. You are a writer who has been on writer's block since that day. Your favorite word processor is open in the computer. The screen is blank. You haven't written anything for a long time. There are cigarette butts in the ashtray and your black, hot coffee in a blue cup on your work table. You chain smoke and consume a lot of coffee nowadays. As you're sipping your coffee, the doorbell rings. Let's open the door. You open the door. It's Bob, your neighbor and friend. You had drank beers with him and had barbecues with him several times. Bob is a nice guy. He's overweight, short, has black hair and no facial hair. He wears a dark blue jacket and a black beanie. Hey, how are you? I wanted to ask how you've been. No lie, I'm still depressed, homie. I can imagine how hard it is. I never had kids, but I had a cat when I was younger. I loved her as my daughter. Then I had to bury her to the garden myself. It was tough. I know how much you love Jonathan. I'm shocked like you to see him going. I'm going to the market right now. Do you need anything? You remember that you are out of cigarettes. Yes, I need cigarettes. Ah, he needs cigarettes. He puts his hand in his pocket, then pulls out a pack of cigarettes. Maybe I'm a bad friend for doing this, but anyway, take this. I'll buy myself another pack in the market. You take the pack that has 10 cigarettes inside and thank him. Alright, man. See you later. Say goodbye to Bob, too. Then he goes. You close the door and sit back on your work table. You look at the computer screen that should have been blank. No, it is not blank. Something is written. Daddy, I miss you. Shout, Jonathan, because maybe he can hear if he could hear Bob. After you shout, you're to see son's name out. New letters appear and form a reply. Yes, it is me. You're not a computer engineer, but you know that this is possible. It is possible to hack someone's computer and put a prank on him. If the computer is online, your computer is connected to the internet with an Ethernet cable. Pull the cable. I don't have that for my computer because... Whoops. Oh, okay, it did it. Crouch down and frantically pull the Ethernet cable from your computer. You expect that nothing else will be written, but no. You are wrong. I'm in the computer. How is that possible, Jonathan? The good Lord said that I should be together with you. He said that I love you and you love me back. So he sent me back. Is this going to be a tale of letting go? I feel like it may. I am so afraid, Daddy. It is cold and dark. I am so cold here. Please bring me back. Do you want to see me once again? Sure. Find 5 candles and wait for midnight. Goodbye for now, Daddy. Got only 1 candle at home. Normally use the candle when the electricity is gone, so you didn't need more than 1 before. Ask Bob. You wear your long beige coat and black leather boots. You walk to Bob's house and ring the bell. After 10 seconds, Bob opens the door. Hey, what's up? Wow, that was a really fast trip to the market he took. I need 4 candles. Sure, I have plenty of them. Why do you need them? I'd rather not say. Alright, let me bring the candles. Goes to the kitchen, then he returns with 4 candles in his hands. Here you go. You thank him and take the candles, then return home. At home, you wait in front of your monitor. Nothing happens until midnight. Then a new message appears on the screen. I am back, Father. Did you bring the candles? What if I say no? No? Why? Turn off the computer. You turn off the computer. You take a high dose of sleeping pills because you will need it. You go to sleep. You're having a vivid dream. You see Jonathan in a garden with green grass and colorful flowers. He runs around with happiness and angels. There are white-dressed angels around. One is smiling. You are not a part of this dream. Jonathan doesn't see you. But you are still content with seeing him happy in all his Eden. He was always a benevolent boy after all. He deserved to go to heaven. You wake up to the sound of the doorbell. You take a look at the clock. It's 10 a.m. You wear your slippers and open the door. It's Bob. Hello, I need to show you something. He holds a newspaper in his hand. There is anxiety on his face. Take the newspaper. It's Ohio's local newspaper. Another kid choked to death. Officers are investigating the curious case of repeated deaths of kids in the state. Yesterday night, a 6-year-old boy, Kevin Madsen, was found dead in his bed by his parents. His face was covered with his pillow. What makes this interesting for officers is this is the 7th time a boy died this way this month in Ohio. Recently, 8-year-old Jonathan White has also died this way. Sheriff Wolcott states that he finds the recent event quite interesting. The end. You know, I kind of want to see if I can resurrect the sun. Yeah. Skip. Open the door, blah, blah, blah. I'm fine. Bob believes you lie. It's good that you are doing better, fam. Everyone knows losing a kid is a hard process, man, but I'm sure you'll get over it. You're a strong homie. Yeah. Cigarettes. Type, Jonathan. I can hear you. Talk to me. Shout it. How is that possible? Yes. Ask Bob for candles. I need 4 candles. Doesn't matter. Yes. Good. Let me explain how you can bring me back. Go to the cemetery, dig my grave, and bring my coffin home. Okay? We shall speak again once you bring my coffin. You know it is insane that you would do this, but you get prepared to get outside, wear your coat and go outside your home. It's snowing like hell, a cold interpretation of hell. Outside the sky has a bright purple color, illuminating the night with the help of a full moon behind the clouds. You get in your car and start it. The streets and roads are empty. There is only you outside in this hour of night. It doesn't take long to arrive to the church and its graveyard. Graveyard is covered with snow and gray mist. No lights come from the church. Either there is nobody inside, or the priest is sleeping. That's good. You can't be seen while digging your son's grave. You find the graves of your son and wife. Jonathan White was buried next to his mother. There is an unoccupied area next to them. You will be buried there when your time comes. You search for a shovel. You find it in about 10 minutes. You're ready to dig the grave. You start digging Jonathan's grave. After 6 feet of digging, you reach the little wood coffin. Climb down and carry the coffin up. After that, you climb up and carry the dirty coffin to your car's back seat. You had never done something this bizarre before. After you reach home, you get off your car and carry the coffin home. Luckily, there is nobody around. You drag the coffin to your living room center. You don't care about the floor getting dirty with soil. Thank you, Father, gets written on the screen. Now put the candles around my coffin like a star. Okay. Carefully place the candles around the coffin, making it the center of a star. You light them. Now read these aloud, Father. A lonely goat on a mountain. He is thirsty, thirsty for humanly love and affection. I shall give him the water. You read the lines. And the coffin starts to shake. The coffin's lid gets opened slowly. You see Jonathan opening the lid and raising up. His skin is pale, almost white. You can smell the rot of his undead corpse. He is wearing that black suit that you couldn't ever forget. He stands on his feet and smiles at you. Then he steps outside the coffin away from you without saying anything. And he does something you wouldn't expect from the dead. He dances. He dances with joy. After half a minute, he stops dancing, stares at you. His eyes are still blue. Take me in your arms, Father. Take me to the bathroom. I want to show you something. It's impossible not to obey what he says. Feel his presence dominating the room. overwhelming you, and it's impossible to say no. You crouch down and take him in your arms and carry him to the bathroom. You bring him in the dark bathroom, you turn on the light, and get horrified by what you see in the mirror. The boy's reflection is different. His skin is burnt like coal. Jonathan had an innocent and handsome face. The face that you see is so far from being pleasant, it's like a really old man's face who is also very ugly. Dude, the disrespect. And he has no hair. I've always wanted a daddy like you, says the eldritch abomination you hold in your arms. The end. Well, that was something. This is pretty cool, actually. I like this game, even though there's not a whole lot to it. It's just reading. I like it. So, if you would like to see me read the other stories, which I'm probably gonna do, probably on a stream or some shit like that, but I probably will. Let me know if that's what you want. And I'll see you all in the next video.